Welcome back, guys, to a brand new video. I'm Blaze2K. Please smash the like button down below, hit the subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. So, as you know, one of the biggest gaming announcements in possibly gaming history was announced yesterday, and that was, of course, Microsoft Xbox buying out one of the biggest game publishers in history, Activision Blizzard, responsible for games like Call of Duty, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, Diablo, StarCraft. The list goes on and on. Like, the catalog of franchises and games that Activision have in their back catalog is absolutely mind-blowing, and Xbox has just bought them. So I think the old trope that Xbox doesn't have any exclusive games is dead in the water, and I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's true. It's true. So we're gonna in this video we're gonna be talking about some of the things, the updates, stuff that's came out after the fact. Talk about what does this mean for PlayStation? What does this mean for Xbox? What can we come to expect? Are games going to be going exclusive? Are they not going to be going exclusive? I'm going to be giving you my opinions and thoughts on that. And please let me know what you think in the comments, because you guys are literally the beating heart of the gaming industry, right? You guys are the ones that plays the games, buys the games, own the console, buys the consoles, plays the consoles. So your opinion matters, and I'd love to see what you think in the comments. Please do. Please take the time just to tell me what you think of this. Now, I'm not a fanboy of any means. I love all games, all systems. You know, I had my first console was a Sega Mega Drive, Sega Genesis for you guys in the US. I had a PlayStation 1. I got the first my dad got the first Xbox. I got to play on it all the time. Halo, Project Gotham Racing. I love Xbox. I have some of my fondest memories are actually on the Xbox 360 and the PlayStation 2. Xbox 360, man. Halo, the first Halo game, the follow-up Halo games, Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, even though it wasn't an exclusive for Xbox at the time, it was still a game that I played heavily on Xbox. And then, of course, Halo 3, the pinnacle of Halo games, in my opinion, with Forge mode and everything that came along with that. Absolutely love Xbox. So, you know, I kind of feel bad for Xbox, because Xbox, after the Xbox 360 was on its peak. Xbox 360 was the peak for Xbox and Microsoft. And then after that, it just went downhill. Like, there was no exclusive games coming out. There were few and far between. Like, Xbox One came out against the PS4. The PS4 was hitting the ground running with, like, titles like Spider-Man. Then, you know, down the line, we had God of War. We had Project Gotham, Gran Turismo Sport. We had, obviously, Horizon Zero Dawn. Just the list of games that PlayStation were knocking out the park, like high quality, brilliant games, was just unbelievable, and Xbox couldn't compete. And for most of the Xbox One's life, there wasn't really much in terms of good AAA exclusives for it. And I think the community obviously spoke with their wallet, right? And they bought the PS4 instead. And Xbox really suffered and basically essentially lost that the whole console wars back then. And now they're trying to make up for it, right? They've heard the community loud and clear, and they're finally making an effort to change that. So I'm glad to see it. I love Xbox. I don't think you should really pick a side. I think if you're a gamer, you're a true gamer, you'll love Xbox, and you'll love PlayStation, and you'll love Nintendo, obviously, and PC gaming if you're a PC gamer, because we all love games. All right, it's not, you know, one doesn't have to lose for one to be successful. You know, they can all be successful. I've got an Xbox Series X, I've got a PlayStation 5, I've got a gaming PC, I've got a Nintendo Switch over here, and I love them all. You know, they all have their own good games, their own exclusive games, and I love playing them all. It's awesome. So anyways, yes, the deal, $68.7 billion. Now, to put that into a little bit of context, and further context after, they purchased Minecraft, or Mojang, the creators of Minecraft, back in 2014 for just a measly $2 billion. And I remember back then, I was like, holy crap, Microsoft has some serious money, and they're serious about gaming. Although I wasn't, like, blown away by Minecraft. I was like, Minecraft on Xbox, Microsoft making Minecraft an exclusive or something. I'm like, ugh. Am I really, like, excited about that? Probably not. But even then, back then, I was like, $2 billion for Minecraft. I was like, wow. And I was like, how are they going to recoup that money? Well, sure enough, they did. Like, we've had Minecraft Lego sets, we've had Minecraft on all platforms, Nintendo Switch even, skins. They really expanded Minecraft into a massive juggernaut of a franchise, getting it into schools for kids to play with. They've made their money. They've made their $2 billion back on Minecraft for sure. And then back last year, back in 2021, the gaming world was shook when they purchased Bethesda, who make big games like franchises like the Elder Scrolls franchise, Doom, Wolfenstein, you know, the list goes on. You know, like Bethesda are coming out with a new game, the I forgot the name of it. That spaceship, that star something. Starfield. They're coming out with Starfield. Bethesda's a juggernaut in itself, and it was worth 7.5 billion. So for them to spend 68, almost 70 billion dollars on a game publisher is absolutely mind blowing. And if this is it. This is proof that Xbox are absolutely determined to put their money where their mouth is and try and claw back the gamers that left Xbox to go buy a PlayStation and play a lot of the big PlayStation exclusives. A lot of people switched over to PlayStation when those exclusives started coming out. Exclusives are pretty much, I'd say, the reason why PlayStation was so successful with the PS4, and that momentum obviously carried its way over to the PS5, and the PS5 is basically like outselling the Xbox Series X like 2-1 right now. Yeah. Could we see future game publisher acquisitions? Could we see Xbox or Microsoft buying other game publishers? Possibly. Is there going to be antitrust concerns that maybe Xbox are creating a monopoly in the gaming industry, you know, buying out all these big publishers and developers? Possibly. That's why the deal isn't going to go through till June next year, I believe. And they are going to be getting rid of Bobby Kotick as well. So all that sexual harassment crap that's been going on at Activision, hopefully Microsoft is just going to clean the floor with that and go in and fix everything. But yeah, he's going to be leaving after the deal's completed. And sadly, he is going to get like a $200+ million payout when he does leave, which a lot of people are unhappy about, sadly. And I don't blame them. I mean, he's just laughing his ass off right now. Yeah, we could see future game publisher acquisitions. I mean, let's also put into context how much some of these other publishers are worth. Electronic Arts, as you know, make Battlefield. They make Apex Legends, Star Wars, Need for Speed, Medal of Honor, Titanfall. Just a bunch of big game. Battlefront, of course. They own a bunch of franchises too. They're worth about $36 billion. That's half. That's a little bit over half of what Microsoft paid for Activision Blizzard. They could technically buy EA. Ubisoft is another juggernaut of a juggernaut game publisher. They have a lot of my favorite titles like Assassin's Creed, the Assassin's Creed franchise, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, which I used to play all the time, Watch Dogs, Ghost Recon, Wildlands, For Honor, The Crew, Division, not to mention Far Cry, which just recently came out. Like, Ubisoft is worth 6.5 billion, and for whoever was to buy Ubisoft to get all those franchises, that would just be insane. And I think Microsoft could totally do it. And let's for comedy's sake, let's look at the value of Nintendo. Nintendo is worth $71 billion. Think about that. Microsoft just paid $68.7 billion for Activision Blizzard. Nintendo is worth 71 billion. Could Microsoft possibly buy Nintendo? I don't see it happening. I don't think Nintendo would sell to anyone, because it's like a piece of Japanese heritage, right? Like, they wouldn't sell themselves to an American company, I don't think. I think Nintendo's got a lot of room to grow. You know, they're a beloved company in gaming, and they always have been, always will be. And even though they're only worth 71 billion, I don't see them selling out to anybody. Let's talk about Sony, for example. How could Sony compete? You know, Sony themselves are worth $145 billion, and that's Sony as a whole. That's not just the PlayStation department. That is Sony as a whole. Sony TVs, Sony phones, Sony cameras, Sony PlayStation. Every little bit facet of business that Sony's in combined, it's worth about 145 billion. Could, if you're a Sony fanboy, I know this is going to infuriate you, but could Microsoft, Xbox buy Sony? I don't think regulators would allow that, because that would be complete like monopoly level stuff, man. But it's possible, because Microsoft have a market cap of like $2.3 trillion. So buying Sony for 145 billion, it's drop in the ocean. So Microsoft has deep pockets, man, and they're showing that they're serious with gaming. So, anyways, how does Sony compete with this purchase? Sony's obviously got a lot of great studios in-house, PlayStation studios. What could they do? Could they possibly buy out another game publisher like Microsoft just did? Could they buy Ubisoft? Could we see Assassin's Creed, Rainbow Six Siege, Far Cry, Ghost Recon, Watch Dogs Go Sony exclusive? I mean, for 6.5 billion, I think Sony could do it. I just don't know if they have the resources to really make it happen, you know? I mean, that's a big purchase, even for like 6.5 billion is a big purchase for Sony. It's a big gamble too. Could they buy EA, Electronic Arts, for 36 billion? You know, maybe. Either way, I think Sony's going to have to respond to this, because literally Xbox is literally gearing up to slaughter everyone else in the gaming industry. Well, basically PlayStation. I don't think Xbox has its sights set on Nintendo, like trying to put them out of business, because in fact, if anything, they're helping Nintendo out, because they're putting a lot of their games like Cuphead and Minecraft on Nintendo, and I think they're releasing more Xbox games on Nintendo, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see Xbox Game Pass on Nintendo consoles going forward via game streaming. So yeah, I don't think Nintendo's got nothing to worry about, but seriously, like, Xbox is taking up arms, get ready to go to war against Sony when it comes to gaming, and God Almighty, I think they're going to do it. Because I'm going to go over the list of some of the Xbox franchises that Xbox now own, and like I said, it's just a list of some of them, not all of them, and it's absolutely mind-blowing. Now, if one of the biggest questions I posed yesterday was, could Call of Duty go Xbox exclusive? A lot of people are saying no, it probably won't, it'll stay multi-platform, but really, Xbox want you to be buying Xbox Game Pass. And I think they won't stop at anything to get everyone subscribed to that, to get that monthly subscription fee. And they're throwing a bunch of content, thousands and thousands of games, now Activision games as well, into Game Pass, and the money they'll make over the course of a year will eclipse what a lot of people spend on like retail games at retail. So for them, it's profitable to have there be a reason that people will buy Game Pass. I think if they keep Call of Duty cross-platform, like, they're not really going to be stealing any market share from Sony, because PlayStation fans, because PlayStation fans will be like, well, why do I need to buy Game Pass to play Call of Duty when I could just buy it on PlayStation? You know, there's not an incentive to get Game Pass for those people, and Microsoft want to go after those people, so I don't see why they would keep it cross-platform. I really don't. And they can maybe keep Warzone cross-platform just to protect everyone's purchases, because I know a lot of people on PlayStation and whatnot have invested a lot of money into the Warzone franchise, the Call of Duty franchise on Warzone via skins and stuff like that. So I can't see them like just pulling the rug out from under everyone and saying Warzone's no longer going to be in PlayStation. I think Warzone's going to be a free-to-play game no matter what, on cross-platform. But I can see them bringing the campaign and the multiplayer over to Xbox as an exclusive. I think that's very likely, and I think it's going to be a big drawing point. It's going to be a big draw for people to buy Xbox Game Pass, and I think if you keep multiplayer and campaign for Call of Duty, cross-platform, I don't think many people are going to buy Game Pass to play it, honestly. Even though it'll be good value for them, I don't think that's enough to pull them over to subscribe to Game Pass. So let's go through the list. Oh wait, before I do, if Call of Duty does in fact go Xbox exclusive, I wouldn't worry too much, because PlayStation could technically bring it back with like a game like Medal of Honor. I think this would be a chance for Electronic Arts to shine and bring back the Medal of Honor franchise, because if those of you OGs that used to play games back in the day, I'm talking about like the early 2000s, you'll know that like Medal of Honor used to go toe-to-toe with Call of Duty. They used to be like hand in hand two of the best World War II shooter games. Call of Duty kept getting better and better, moving into the future and stuff like that, whereas Medal of Honor sort of stayed in that World War II genre and then sort of fizzled out. I think there's an opportunity for Medal of Honor to come back. I see an opportunity with Titanfall maybe coming back and filling the gap that Call of Duty left. It's not the end of the world if it does go exclusive for Xbox. If you're a hardcore PlayStation fan and you don't want to buy an Xbox, my advice, just buy an Xbox and a PlayStation. So let's take a look at some of the some of the Xbox franchises that Xbox now own. Starting with Halo, the Juggernaut, Gears of War, Forza, the Elder Scrolls franchise, Hellblade, Age of Empires, Banjo-Kazooie, Crackdown, Doom, Fable, Fallout. I love Fallout. Killer Instinct, Flight Simulator, another banger of a game, man. That thing, just the new Flight Sim game came out last year on Xbox, and oh my god, was it beautiful. I just need to get a yoke so I can fly. Perfect Dark, Project Gotham Racing, I would love to see that come back. Psychonauts, Quake, Wolfenstein, State of Decay, Minecraft, and lots more. Those are just some of the lists. And now adding to that, Microsoft Xbox are going to own Call of Duty, Diablo, Overwatch, Warcraft, Crash Bandicoot, Spyro, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, Guitar Hero, plus Activision's extensive back catalogue of games from God all the way back to like the Atari and everything else. Literally, Xbox has a mountain of games and content they could shove at you through Xbox Game Pass. There's really no reason at this point going forward to be sitting there thinking, nah, it's not enough games. I mean, like, how many games do you want? I think Xbox needs to do a better job at one scheduling, having a yearly schedule for game releases and making that apparent to everyone, letting people know what games you're going to be getting this year, what months you're going to be getting them in, and they need to do a better job of promoting that, because right now, as they've been pushing out games like Forza Horizon, like Halo Infinite. Granted, Halo Infinite, they have done a fair bit of promotion for that. I don't see them promoting many Xbox exclusives. I really don't. Like when the last Gears of War came out, I barely heard about it anywhere. They really need to, up the game when it comes to marketing and really push it out there, get it in front of people's faces and say, hey, get an Xbox or join Xbox Game Pass and get access to all these games. This is our catalog for the year that's coming out. Here's all the exclusives coming out this year. This is when they're coming out, and get that in front of people's faces, and that will kill the whole thing that Xbox doesn't have any exclusives dead in its tracks. So yeah, we're going to see a lot of games, franchises come to Xbox. I am thrilled. I cannot wait. I think Xbox needs a win. I think they need to pull it back. They needed to have done something to pull it back. Like I says, the deal though isn't final yet. There's still going to be investigations, and like obviously the deal's going to get looked at by the regulators to make sure that it's not, anti-competitive, or it's not, a monopoly basically, which is fine. I think the deal's going to go through. As you know, Disney purchased Marvel, Fox, so many different studios and companies, Lucasfilm, without a hitch, and they've sort of consolidated all those brands into their Disney umbrella, like Disney Plus. So I don't see too much of an issue for Microsoft Xbox making this deal work. So yeah, it's going to be a fun time to be an Xbox player, and I'm truly looking forward to it. I really am. It's going to be fun. And Xbox Game Pass, what's not to love about it, right? I mean, one of my biggest issues these days, let's look at Battlefield 2042, for example. Battlefield 2042 came out. I mean, it was announced. It looked amazing. They fooled us with all this amazing footage, pre-game footage, beta, just cutscenes, animated cutscenes, telling us that it was in-engine footage that they were showing us, and everyone was super hyped. We're like, oh, this is the next Battlefield 4. This is the next Battlefield 3. This is going to be a slightly futuristic shooter that brings all the best elements from our favorite Battlefield games. I pre-ordered it. I paid like $80, $90 for like the gold edition or something on Steam, to basically get early access to the beta, early access to the game. And then the game came out and it was absolute dog shit. And I literally feel scammed. It's one of the worst. It's not one of the. It's the worst Battlefield game ever. And I'm a little bit sick of the whole business practice of selling people or getting people locked in to paying a $60 upfront cost for one game. Not knowing whether the game's good or not, having very little to no recourse in terms of getting your money back after buying it, or playing it for a little bit. I'm getting tired of that business practice, honestly. And the way Xbox is doing it with this $15 a month Ultimate, I think you can get it for as low as $5. The regular price is like for Game Pass Ultimate, Game Pass on PC is like $10. And if you want to get the Game Pass Ultimate that comes with the game streaming, PC and Xbox, you're looking at like $15 a month. I mean, do you pay $60 for one game, or do you want to pay $15 a month or for 1 month to have access to thousands of games? I mean, they launched Halo Infinite, one of the biggest franchises for Xbox, on Game Pass. Many of us already have Game Pass, so it's essentially like getting a free game. And not having campaign co-op, not having Forge on release day, we're able to overlook that a little bit, and basically because we basically didn't pay for the game, So this whole new business practice, basically Xbox being the Netflix of games, I think it's fantastic. I think it's great for Xbox. I think it's great for gaming, and I'm super excited for the future of Xbox. I think we all need to get an Xbox at this point, or get a gaming PC like I do, and get excited for the future of games. How's Sony going to compete? I remember back when Game Pass was announced, I remember reading a few articles where Sony were sort of trash talking it a little bit, saying it's not sustainable, it's not, this isn't going to work, it's not, they're going to lose money on this, like how, it's not gonna, it's stupid. They basically effectively boiled it down to the fact that it was stupid and that it's not sustainable. And look at them now. Xbox is doing better than it's ever done. It's making big, massive purchases like this one of Activision Blizzard, Bethesda, investing heavily in Game Pass. Sony's now looking at it differently, and they're apparently working on their own version of Game Pass, putting their day one first party titles on their version of Game Pass day one for a fixed monthly cost, and they'll probably be getting rid of PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now and consolidating it all into one thing, which I support wholeheartedly. So yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I don't know what PlayStation could do to compete. I mean, they can make their own Game Pass, their own version of Game Pass, but is it going to be enough, though? Is it going to be enough? They could buy another game publisher like Ubisoft. I think Ubisoft is in their price range, and Ubisoft comes with a lot of good studios and good games under its belt. I think that would be good for PlayStation if they do want to compete. Or Microsoft could just go out and buy Ubisoft and Electronic Arts, and then it would just be that'd be the end for PlayStation. But anyways, yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Sorry, this videos went on a little bit longer than I would have liked. I ranted on I could rant on about this all day, and I'm honestly kind of excited. Like I says, Xbox needs a win. I love Xbox. A lot of my fondest memories in gaming have been on an Xbox, and I'm looking forward to playing Xbox games in the future, and I think we've got a lot to look forward to as Xbox fans. And honestly, even PlayStation's bringing out a lot of killer games this year, and I'm looking forward to those too. So it's good. It's a good time to be a gamer. Thank you for watching this video. Hit the subscribe, hit the bell icon, and click that like button down below, and support the channel if you want to by clicking that join button. I'll be seeing you later tonight at 4:30 p.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/Blaze2KX and on YouTube. The streams will be members only after they go live, but after they finish, sorry. But yeah, see you later on. Love you. Thank you for watching this video. It's Blaze2K signing out. See you in the next video. Peace.